Come and sit with the windows down.
Hey guys, it's your girl Giselle.
I gotta get myself together. Wanna be ready when it's only weather. I'm just gonna be greater. My time is now, not later. I know you don't believe in me, but you gon' respect the God in me. Believe in me. I believe. Gotta know I love you.
Hey yo, buscas pasar un buen rato. Dímelo. Bueno, ¿qué tal una aventura para toda la vida? Ok. Mi dato sobrevivo, donde vivo, no me importa. Tomaré un manga, un gato o lo que sea. See I'm moving fast, but no crash. I'ma last, get that cash, ain't no time for your low class. Nací para ser un chapotero, manejo bum bum. Nací para aparecer, hacer dinero. Nací para ser un chapotero, manejo bum bum. Nací para aparecer, hacer dinero. Entra diosa de la jungla, el señor, la arena. El que es como nunca has visto.
Dancing to the sounds of nature so free. Set that thing up on what you want to see.
Coge, nena, coge, nene. Quiero que expreses todo tu amor y alegría. Suficiente por los juegos. Así que deja de jugar tímido. Nací para ser un chapotero, manejo tu bum bum. Nací para aparecer. Yo, let me give it to you right all night. No, we ain't never gonna stop. Never had it like this before. No, gotta keep it together. Yeah, that's right. It's a real good, a sexual fight. Give it to you all night, right? I'ma take you some loving, sweet delicious somethings. Only you, I'm so gifted. See the blood on the brains.
Point of View Talk Show Season 3. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another exciting episode of From Her Point of View talk show with your girl, Lily the Goddess, and my lovely co-host.
Yes, guys, I'm so excited to be back here with you yet again for another episode with another lovely guest. It is Giselle, as usual. Nothing's changed. And if you would love to be a guest on our show, we'd love to have you. Please email us at herpointofview@aol.com.
This show is brought to you by I Said It Management. If you have any inclination of wanting to come check out your girl's content, please go ahead and Google Lady the Goddess, and you'll find me on all social media platforms. Follow, subscribe, and you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel, Flawless Dreams LLC, and please look me up on IMDb Pro at Leonessa Cruz, Leonessa.
And I'd love for you guys to follow me as well. I can be found everywhere on social media at Gizzy Worldwide. That's Gizzy Worldwide.
Tonight we have a lovely celebrity guest, actress, model, rap artist, poet, dancer, abstract artist, pet groomer, and entrepreneur. Multi-hats. That's what I'm talking about. Michelle Kruchkow. Let's welcome her to the show. Welcome, Queen. How you doing? It is an honor. It is a
welcome to the
privilege.
show.
We love you. And shout out to everybody. Also, shout out to our investors.
Hi, welcome to the show.
Hey. Welcome.
Hey, I'm Michelle. Everyone, nice meeting you. Everyone else on the show. I already met Lizzie and Giselle.
Yes. Let everybody know where they can find you on all social media platforms, Queen.
Yes, you can follow me on Instagram at Michelle__0228__. That's it.
Awesome. Shout out to our brand ambassadors, Lizzie Smith, and also Mimi Acosta, the legendary Mimi Acosta. Shout out to MIA Entertainment. We're going to get into it now.
Can you tell us a little about yourself before we get started, Michelle?
Yeah, so I am a pet groomer. I do abstract art and I also sell it. What else? Oh, I do modeling as well. And I'm a dancer. I think that's it.
And what's your zodiac sign?
Oh, I'm a Pisces. Yes.
Okay. What is that, February?
Yes, February 28th.
All the way till March. Like mid-March, something like that.
Okay.
For the next zodiac sign.
Well, as everyone knows by now, me and Lily, and I'm sure you already know, we're Sages.
Yes, we point the way. We got the arch. We're the archers. We point the way. Do you believe in a kiss on the first date?
I would say no, but if the connection, I guess it's really, I would say rare for me, at least. If the connection is connecting on the first date, sure. But I think kissing is a very intimate because it's your mouth, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, yes and no.
And what are your turn-offs and turn-ons, like for first date?
Ooh. To be a gentleman is my turn on. That's number one. Always opening the door or, taking the seat. My turn off would be acting just immature and childish for no reason. I'm an inner child, so I'm goofy, I'm fun, but when it's either angry or just stupid, silly stuff, that's a negative for me.
I see. What would be your ideal location to go on a date for the first date anyway? What's the most ideal?
The first date, I would say a restaurant. To be more extreme, I guess, the beach would be cool with a picnic.
Hey, I like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What about you, Giselle?
An ideal first date, you say? I'm simple, so Like restaurants are cool. Walks at the lake are always nice. If you have a lake, we have a lake here in Chicago. um, uh, little stroll, or like intimate music event, something like that. Little art showcase, things like that. Picnic.
I like that. I like that.
Simba.
So, do you think that the second date, like how does sometimes people have a really good successful first date, but then they don't really know how to proceed with the second date? And for the first date, do you think that it's a good idea for the male to decide where to go first on the first date, and then maybe the second date you take the reins, or how would you prefer?
Yeah, so I like to be surprised. I like a man to surprise me because it gets me to where their head is at and their ideas. And if they're not as creative as I am, then it's yeah, that's for the just in any date general, I guess. Now I like to pick my dates sometimes, which is cool, but I'd rather have them pick it.
I like that. Giselle?
I don't know if I would want him to like decide the first date. I mean, or we could come up with that together. But well, you know what? I wouldn't be objective to anything. I'm open. I'm not gonna. Because sometimes you can have standards and you can just miss out on something fun. So I'm open to that.
Open to suggestions. I gotta agree with you, ladies. I'm open to suggestions too. I'm pretty flexible.
Yeah.
There I go again. Don't pay me no mind. Don't pay me no mind. Do you think that there's signs that show that the person is needy? And what signs would you be looking for to show you that, oh, that's a red flag, that's a needy person, and I just they're ready to like move too fast? What's your signs?
So it would definitely be someone that's like constantly always texting, like when you don't answer. Or even if you don't even open the message and they're just like constantly like bothering you. No, I don't like that. That's just too much.
Ooh, yeah. What do you think, Giselle?
You think that's a red flag, you said, Michelle?
Yeah.
It could be. Yeah, people don't take no for an answer. I mean, they don't take no these days. And some people are aggressive, aggressiveness, no. Certain level of aggression could be a red flag, but you might be a woman beater or something. But it's okay for a man to try, because sometimes we may not know what we want initially. To say no, you may not be liking the person. Like I've seen a story where there was a guy, he was poor, he didn't have a lot, and he would come see this nurse. This was like decades ago, and she didn't like him because he had holes in his shoes and he looked at bummy, so she would hide. But he kept coming, and then when she would hide, she would tell the other nurses to say she wasn't here, and he kept coming for a while, and then suddenly one day he just didn't come. And then it was when he didn't come, she realized she missed this person that she was never given a chance. And so she said, oh, he hasn't came, and days went by and she was actually missing this guy. Long story short, he finally came back, I think like after a few weeks again. And then she gave him a chance. They got married, they had a kid. He told her, I don't have much, but I have a farm. And she helped him cultivate that farm. And I think she made like some successful businesses. And they were married until death.
With that. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So sometimes the pursuit is necessary. The pursuit is okay, but it's how you do it.
Right? Yeah, it's respectfully done.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. So are there certain questions that you really want people to understand that it's probably too soon to ask in during the first and second week, or during the whole first month of getting to know one another? Are there certain questions that's just too soon to ask? And what are they?
Honestly, I don't think there's any question too soon. if you want to get to know that person, any question I think is acceptable. You might not like the answer though.
Okay.
I agree. I don't think there's anything too soon to ask because I mean, unless you ask somebody, are you gonna pay my bills? That's some crazy stuff. But if you need to find out as a person married, you need to find out as a person stable. You need to find out, do they have kids? Do they have aspirations? These are important things. So it's not too soon. It may be too soon to ask someone to be intimate with you. Those types of things. But other than that, getting to know a person. Questions are necessary to do that. So
let's say you have a good. I'm gonna put a scenario for you, lovely ladies. Welcome, Lizzie. Welcome to the show. I want to put a scenario. Let's say you get a phone call, like you have a good conversation with an attractive male. You're like, oh man, this guy's hot. Let's pretend. This is hypothetically speaking, and you both have some really good conversations, like during the whole first week. Second week comes, dude calls you at 11 p.m. at night. I don't know where the heck you are. You could be, Eastern, Pacific, whatever the standard time. Okay, but he calls you at 11 o'clock at night. And he says to you, I just want to know where this is going. Action.
In the second week? He said that in the second week? Now that'd be crazy. I'd be like side-eyed, like...
Oh, girl, I got it on the third night. I'll be like, I had a good conversation first and second night, and then third night, it's like, yo, where's this going? I'm like, well, I don't know you.
Right. That would be off-putting.
Yeah, because you know what? So what do you think, Michelle? What? That's a red flag right there. That's an example.
Well, first of all, you're telling me at 11 o'clock at night. What do you?
Right.
I might not work in the morning.
Right.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I don't mind the time. It's nothing wrong with the time because some people probably work late hours, or you're probably a late owl, and you're probably up. You're probably bored. The time really doesn't matter. Unless like if you knew that they would be up at that time or something, they would call you around that time for some reason. Not all the time though. But that's okay. It's just that question in that time frame is weird to me. It would be off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you didn't feel the vibe already, then And
then what if you did? What if you were having good, decent conversations, but the question was just like, well, wait a minute, we haven't even been on a physical date. We just been talking on the phone.
Right.
Then what do you do?
Well, I guess I could answer him, but it would, I don't know, it would just be, it would change the way I would feel, per se.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Killing it, right?
Yeah.
Like, you just like, it's like, dang, dude, like you were doing good. You were scoring points, and then you just went, on the straight decline.
So how soon do you think before a physical date happens should you be talking on the phone?
About marriage?
No, I'm saying, like, because you said, like, we haven't even been on a physical date, and you're asking me where's this going. I'm just saying, like, as far as, like, how soon do you think that a person should actually go on a date? Should there be, like, a phone phase or go with the flow? Like, should you be talking on the phone first before you meet in person? Like, that's what I'm asking.
What you think, Michelle? What you think?
Yeah, like a week or two, maybe, like a week or two.
Mm-hmm. So that's the phone phase, right?
Yeah.
And then after that, you need to have some physical dates.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, everything is based off of the phone.
Right.
So how soon should you go to someone's house?
Maybe like 3 weeks to 4 weeks.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Is it possible that the vibes can be so vibing that you can go to the house sooner but not be intimate?
Yeah, you could do that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's
I
possible.
guess there's really no rules,
Yeah.
Right.
I guess it really all comes down to the amount of level of connection you have with that one person.
Yeah, it does. Everything develops differently in its own time, surely.
Right.
And are there certain things that you need to, as a woman, look out for with a guy in his job? Like, should you look out for, does he have a stable job? And not because you're after his money, but because you want to make sure that he has his own and he is financially stable. Because especially if, in this day and age, women are looked at, they're looked at as people who should be also financially stable on their own, should the male not pursue her, instead of hunting for a guy with money. What do you think?
So I think we as women all have, or we all want someone that's already mature enough for us, stable, the storybook, right, at one point. But sometimes it's not always like that, and you have to help that person grow. And if they don't have a stable job, I guess it really depends on where you're at in life, right? If you're a grown man, like grown, let's say you're dating in your 40s, 50s, and you're just not with reality in life, then that's a problem.
Yeah, I agree. Wow. Yeah, that is deep. It's facts, man. That's straight facts. Oh, Lizzie says, I would want to know the person maybe over the phone before in person, just to see if they may be, not, crazy. And she says, for me, I wouldn't go to their house right away. Never could be too safe. Could never be too safe. What's up, J Poet? Thank you for joining us in the show and tuning in. Please, everybody, take a minute to share, like, comment, and subscribe. So, I think that when you do have that first kiss, and I know that everybody keeps mentioning about that, it all depends on how they feel, but, should we also kind of hold off on the French kiss and just do the basic kiss first? Or should, again, just go with what you feel?
See, I don't kiss anyone, me personally, unless I'm with that person. Even if like we're dating, it's just, kissing is so intimate to me. I just, it has to be with that special person. It can't just be with anyone.
Right. Hi, Jazzy, no nonsense, the poet. Hey, gorgeous queen. She says, hi, Ninja. Got a good crowd going on.
With the kissing, I used to say, now I have a different point of view, because on all these past episodes of season 3, I've said no tongue. It's about the vibe. So it's about the vibe. If y'all want to go there, kudos to you. If you both are feeling that way, there's no rules. As long as you're not crossing, or the boundaries that you set in place are not being crossed, or you don't feel forced to be doing something, then if the chemistry is there, then that's just what it is.
Right. A mutual kiss.
Yes, mutual kiss. So, and how many women today would you say they like to take things really slow and they love the process? Do you think there's a lot of women this way, or not enough women this way?
I don't know. Because I don't really know how women proceed with their dating. I would like to think that everyone's pretty slow with it, but I think as we grow older, we realize how to do the dating thing.
Yeah. I love your
I
glasses.
think a lot of people are desperate. I think a lot of people are desperate these days, so they're just, they taking men as they come. There's a lot of women taking men in and taking care of them, which is, if that's what you want to do, try that out. But especially reaching a certain age, and then the way that they're saying that the dating pool is, and they're saying it's really bad. So people are taking what they can get, and if they feel like they found someone that might be special, they're doing anything to keep that for however long they can.
Right. Well, Lizzie has a question. She says, ladies, what do you do if he is stable and has a job, but then loses his job? Are you willing to stay with him?
Well, yeah, I don't think the job defines who they are. And if they are stable enough, I guess, then they would have savings or, something to help them.
Mm-hmm.
So, and even being with you or whoever, right, you could help them as well. So, now, if they're just sitting around not looking for a job, that's a different story. Yeah.
I also want to point out, ladies, that we are on like a specific wavelength and vibe, because look at the colors that we're wearing. We got black and white, silver and red. Look at the color concepts we matching. Ooh.
I'm all of them.
Oh, girl, look at all of us. We are like so cohesively, culturally cohesive. I love it. Do you think that if there was like a certain advice that you would give someone who is, let's say they spent a significant amount of their life focused on their career, and let's say they're in their 30s, and not that that's like super old. I don't know why anybody would think that, but like they're in their 30s, they worked on their career. And let's say it's your fellow lady, and she says, "Hey, Michelle," or "Hey, Giselle, I want to put myself out there, but I really do not know how to go about it. Like, where should I put myself in order to attract the type of person that I want?"
I would say go to things that you like to do. You'll finally meet somebody.
Okay, I like that. Giselle?
You definitely have to get out and like to places like Michelle said, like things that you like to do, but you may not just necessarily meet them there. You may meet them at a random place, like an event that a friend invites you on, trying something new.
Okay. Yeah, and the answer to that question earlier, I would definitely stay with the person, because obviously, things happen. A person can lose their job. I mean, I wouldn't want to be thrown out or kicked to the curb just because I lost my job. We're supposed to support one another. That other half of yours is supposed to be your other half. Because if you can't, doesn't that kind of set the tone for better or through worse, through thick and through thin? If you can't even handle that during dating, then how are you supposed to handle that for marriage when you lock it in?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What do we have in the comment section, Giselle? We got Jazzy knows how you feel dating a younger man that's mature.
A younger man that's mature. Wow. Like I said, perspectives can change, but right now I kind of have my mind made that I don't want to date someone that's younger than me. And
Right.
I guess just because of the age, but I guess that's really not a good factor to rule someone out. But because you might be missing your blessing. My dad was 20 years older than my mom, and they got married till death did he part. So,
but he's old man is supposed to be older than the woman.
Right. it seems like it's like a little different when it's the women. Like you don't want to be a cougar, but shoot it these days. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. Sometimes you gotta take what you can get, huh?
Right. Now why is it that men can get away with it but women can't? Now, is that because of status, because the man's supposed to be the provider and he's supposed to be the more stable, and plus it takes a long time for guys to get older anyway? Upstairs. Is that why? Is that the whole reason why?
I I think it does have something to do with that. You don't want like a younger, the perception, a younger guy telling you what to do or leading you, How can a younger person lead you? But there's some men that mature, like she said, that's mature. Mature is the key word. And age is the key word too, because you don't want to be going too low.
Yeah.
And is it truly possible for a younger male to truly embody this old soul and this mature male without every once in a while showing his true age? That he really is the younger one, that he really does have those tendencies. Is it really true, or that he can be this old, mature soul without showing that he truly is younger than you? Or will that always emerge?
No, I think it will always emerge. See, and me personally, I've always dated, and I've dated older men, but majority of the men I've dated were younger than me. Not too much younger, maybe 4 or 5 years younger. But I think it gave gave me like power per se. But I don't know. It's younger men, I think, will always have a little bit of immaturity, depending, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Now they can be mature with the mature woman as well, but I don't know.
It will always show that immaturity, that their age will always show somehow,
right?
Somehow, by some means, and it could be
some way,
but in some way, shape, or form, it's going to show. There's just no getting around it.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad thing. I think it's not a bad thing that, because some people say that, oh, well, why can't women do it? I'm like, why do you want to do it? Why do you want to date somebody that's probably the same age as your son? Like, why do you want to?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that, I don't know. And I said it has a question. He says, so when in a new relationship, do you feel comfortable bringing him around your single friends or wait a while? Okay, so when do you feel comfortable bringing them around your single friends, or do you wait a while? I guess I could, so that they don't, one of his single friends don't snatch you up or something like that. What you think, Michelle?
So to be with someone, I guess if you guys are like in an actual relationship, I don't think it would matter. You should have all that trust. And listen, hey, if one of single friends talks to whoever I'm with, then obviously it wasn't meant to be.
Right. And Lizzie says that she wouldn't be with anybody more than maybe 15 years younger.
Okay.
I want to add to that question that I said it posed. I mean, if you have friends around you that you need to be concerned that if you bring a guy around, I don't care if you're in the dating phase, the talking phase, getting to know each other phase, relationship phase, marriage phase. If you have friends that you have to be weary, like if maybe I shouldn't bring him around my single friends yet, then those are not real friends. Like, what type of friend should have you concerned that they would talk to someone that you're potentially talking to or getting to know? If you have to feel that way, then you need to be questioning your friendships.
Right.
Right.
And also, I know we all might have that one friend that's a little, goofy and whatnot with whoever you're with. But it's one thing to look at; it's another thing to touch and perceive.
Right.
But yeah, me and my friends, like if a friend was liking a guy, like we'll show a picture, the group chat, like, oh, okay, he look good. But I would never be, like gagging over some. I would never do that. I'm like, oh, he look good, girl. You better not don't run him off. And that would be it. It would never be me even fantasizing.
Right. And that's a Sagittarius thing too, Michelle. I can tell y'all, and ladies and gentlemen in the comment sections, that once we know somebody is taken, we don't think like that. We don't sit here thinking, oh my God, I wish it was me. We're not imagining ourselves with the person. We just don't do that. It's just it first of all, it creeps us out. Mm-hmm. We don't know. And we have something called loyalty. we just, to us, that's a huge betrayal on behalf of our friend, to do something like that. And we're really, really, really hard on when it comes to loyalty and betrayal. We don't like betrayal at all.
Yeah, speaking of that, I had a friend that introduced me to a guy that she was, I don't even know if they were dating. They were just like, vibing with each other or whatever. And she took me with her one time because we were doing me and her did business together. So she was telling him about the business that we were doing, which was music, and to potentially invest, since he's liking her or whatever. And then so she was introducing me, and so in that, so we had like a dinner meeting. And in the dinner meeting, she left and went to the bathroom. And when she went to the bathroom, he tried to talk to me. And he was just saying, yeah, I like her, but he was like, but I like you more and all this stuff. I was like, oh, wow. I was like, oh, thank you. And then I was like, I was nervous about it because I was a little younger. And but I was like, oh, thank you, but no. And then like that. And then I got up and said, let me go to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom and I told her. And she a tear came out of her eye a little bit. She was like, we don't do that to each other. We don't. She said something along the lines of the girl code. She was like, then she came out there. She introduced me to the game. Do you understand? It was like she teared up a little bit because she couldn't believe the audacity of this man. But then she was like, it was like, get back. You understand me? So when she came out there, she straightened herself up. She was like, now I'm finna teach him. So when he paid for the meal or whatever, so we went to go buy the materials that we needed for the music, the performance, and he was going to invest in buying it. And so we bought some things, and she was like, okay, I need you to buy this. I was just standing there with my mouth. I couldn't believe this. I was just like, oh my God. And then he was like, wait a minute, this is getting expensive. But she was like, but these are the things. She was snappy with him, but it was because once she found out he was trying to talk to me, and he bought the things, and then at the end of the day, she was like, okay, now we need to get our hair done. I couldn't believe it. Do you understand me? I couldn't believe this. I was just looking. I was just like, oh my God. She was a boss with it. And the man opened up his wallet. I couldn't believe it. And she was like, she gonna need 200. And I was just like, oh my God. I was so embarrassed. But he gave us the money. But she did, and then she never talked to him again. But she did this as sort of a get back for him trying to talk to me. Right. But I wasn't the friend that was going to do that, anyway. Right. Yeah. Of course. It was like a movie.
What do you think, Michelle? What would you do in that predicament?
The one Giselle just said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do the same thing, except younger me, I guess, I wouldn't have pulled her aside. I would have said it when she got back. And
oh, you would have said it in front of him?
Yeah.
Oh! What would you do like now? Like if it was like this day and age, like hypothetically speaking.
Now I would pull her aside, say it privately,
Oh, she's like, I'm gonna spare her of this agony. Ninja has a question. She says, what if you are already together and you have friends that know that you are and still try to pursue your partner? Then what?
Well, that's just weird. Just don't be their friend. Like, ew, what kind of friend would do that?
Right. Oh, I love her answer. She said, ew. Giselle?
All right. Yeah, those are not friends. And those type of red flags, you would be kind of like privy to that before even like having a partner or anyone. You would know the way that, like I had an associate that told me, she said I'm a HEUX, the fancy way to spell hoe. She said, but she's a classy one. And I was telling her, no, I was like, no, you don't call yourself that or whatever. But she told me that out of her own mouth. Okay, so that means that she knows. So I already knew that she operates a certain way. Now, I never had a question that she was the type of person to do like underhanded stuff, but that still don't mean that I would leave my man in the room with, because she told me. But if you know a person, you know their vibe, you know how to operate with them. If you're in association with, these are co-workers, so associates, this is gonna be a family member,
Okay. That's facts. Michelle, that was good. You both are on a roll here. I gotta tell you. I love it. I love it when people just give it to me straight, give it to me raw. Lizzie says, but it also lets friends see who this person is to see if they think they are red flags. I wouldn't be afraid that my single friends would take my person.
Right. I don't have friends that do that. We don't do that to each other.
Right.
We don't operate
and
like
you know
that.
what? There shouldn't be fear. You're right. There shouldn't be no fear. Michelle, what you think?
Yeah, same. Yeah, and thankfully, my whole 28 years of living, I've never had a friend that do that. At least I don't think I did.
Right. Actually, at least I don't think I did. And then she says, then it's a discussion between that person and me, Lil Ninja, although she was responding to Lil Ninja's question about what if you have friends that secretly want your partner and such and pursue them. And here's another question about the partners, because a lot of people, hypothetically speaking, everybody, because when people are in a relationship and their friends and maybe some family members are constantly dogging on their partner, saying that person is worthless, you shouldn't be with them, and then they try to hook you up with someone else. How do you handle that?
Oh man, what you think about that, Michelle?
First of all, if it was like a surprise hookup, I would let the person know straight away, hey, no, my family is just crazy. Yeah, I would not even even if they messaged me with that shit, I just would not even respond.
Right.
You know, it should only be one time that I should tell you a no.
Right. That you're not going to take them, listen, I don't need you to say anything ill about the person I'm speaking to, dating, whoever, whatever, in any case scenario. Keep your opinions to yourself. You have nothing nice to say nothing like that. Now, let's say you say it and they kind of stay quiet, they nod their head. But then they find a way to reemerge it. Like, let's say you watching a movie and then they look at you funny. Then what?
I guess that would kind of be funny, and I would laugh, but I would also have a little attitude with my answer.
Right. And then so Lizzie says, not always, Giselle. Sometimes flags don't wave until later. That's what she was saying, and I think that
true. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then Miss No Nonsense, the poet, says, I had a friend like that. She did it to me twice when we were very young. Then I knew how to feed her with the spoon with other men. Ooh, dang.
Wow.
No nonsense. Just like her name says. Michelle, what you think?
I like that idea.
She said, I like that.
I mean, that's if you want to keep your friend,
Right. Is it important for the man to have a well-built body? And how long do you expect him to have this well-built body?
I think it's important to have a healthy body. Whatever that may entail. And a lot of people have different types, what they like and what they're into. And of course, when you get older, I'm not going to look like this. I'm still going to look hot, but I'm not going to look like this.
Girl, I see us looking like this. Like we're all three of us. We're gonna look forever 22. What you mean? We're gonna end up in the Guinness Book of World Records. Look at all these women. They died and they like 100 years old, looking 22. Guinness Book of Records. Let's live. Let's do it. No surgery needed. Pose it, girls. Pose it. Let just kind of like. You gotta have it. You gotta have that optimism. I said it says, is it a turnoff for you women if after sex with him for the first time he proposed like marry me? Oof, man, I don't know.
What? That would have been like, hold on. We just
Right. What if it's really good and it's just something? It's like pillow talk, and you just say that. Okay, so if it's just that, oh, no, don't play with my emotions like that. If you really mean it, you need to take me to the freaking altar, like now, damn it.
So you're saying like after the first time he want to marry you?
After the first night
That's
of
what he's
chocolate,
asking?
yeah, after the first night of some sex.
Man, well, there's people that don't even that are not even intimate before sex. So, I mean, I guess having it one time, I guess they see a future with you.
Michelle,
Is that a turn off?
I don't know, Michelle, what you think?
I would be surprised. I would be blown. I would be like, whoa, like my hair all messy, like looking at it. Hold on now. Give me a moment to breathe and walk.
Oh, it's like now you want me to play. You want me to plan the rest of my life, and I don't even know if I can even walk after this. That must be a good night.
But I wouldn't know that I would want to spend the rest of my life with somebody after doing something one time. But like I said, people don't do it and get married. So, but that would not be something that I would be wanting to be asked on.
Yeah, it would be a little weird, but yeah. I appreciate the offer. That's cool. Hey, you want to marry me?
Right. You were like, that's how you making him feel. Like, well, damn. Lizzie says it's not a turnoff, but it's odd.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think it's a turnoff for me because well, it has been a turnoff for me. Clearly. Clearly. I just couldn't do it, ladies. I'm sorry. I've had a lot of people tell me, well, wait a minute. If you know you like them, I'm like, wait a minute. I don't know. No, wait a minute mean nothing. I still don't know that much about this dude. I don't know his temperament. I don't, don't you kind of need to know these things, ladies? What do you think? Temperament.
Well, the person can counter and say, if you needed to know all that, then why did you spread them legs? Well,
because, sometimes, you think if it's been a year and then you finally let the person have it, then yeah.
If it's been a year, then you should know enough about them, right? And you made them wait a year, right? You should know enough to if you propose.
Hold on.
If it's been a year and then we did it the first time, I would know enough about him to decide. And then plus how that interaction was, maybe we can go down now. Depending on how desperate I am.
Because people lie, and they can lie for 15 years. How many people in this comment section know that a person that they've probably even been married, and they know that a person lied to them for 15 years before they actually got to see their true colors? What you got? Jasamni? Everybody, welcome. Say hi to Jasamni real quick. She says, I would think it's ridiculous because if he thinks about that after sexy time, it insinuates he only wants my body. Ooh, that's feisty. She's a feisty Virgo over here. Look at that. Michelle, what you think? Because people do lie about who they are.
Definitely from experience as well. I was with this guy for 2.5 years. We had a kid together, and you would just never think the things that he would do. You know, the first year was cool, then it got hectic, and then at the end of everything, he just, you know, ended up murdering my son. So you know, you never really know someone, I guess I would say.
Right.
Yeah.
They put on this act, and they can, some people are so skillful, they can put on this act for years. And not just men, but women do it too. They put on this fake facade. They make you think a certain way of them. And then that's why so many, there's cases where a man will have a secret family that you didn't even know anything about.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
or even a woman will pretend that she's doing something, like she's going to work and she's over here a reverse pineapple. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, I think being very straightforward from the get-go is the key.
I
Even
agree.
Come off like a little bit of a asshole, you know?
Right. Well, I so the not necessarily, I don't know which one. I think that was I think that was that for the that people forget, they pretend, they put a fake facade. Oh, Lizzie, yeah. So she said mine lied for 18 years. So yeah, there's a lot of people that, some people do get blessed and lucky to find that person that they can spend the rest of their lives with, and they get it, and it's right, and everything's wonderful, and sometimes there's people who they just don't get as lucky, they don't get as blessed, and it makes them sad, it makes them discouraged. But I'm gonna give everybody blessings and encouragement. You know, keep the faith, stay close to God, and keep God first, and you will be steered in the right direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're not, you know, after lust, and you can probably have a clearer vision and mindset, who you're dealing with, who you're allowing in your space and into your temple, because we really shouldn't be doing none of that, you know, technically, right?
Yeah. And your soul, you solely kind of know internally what's going on, but it's up to you to piece that together, you know, if there is something going on.
Right. Take the blindfolds off. Don't be delusional in any case scenario. You know, don't, and I know for some folks it could be difficult because they just don't want to believe that you know, whoever they're seeing would do such a thing to them. They just don't want to believe that. But again, you have to be honest with yourself. That's where it is. All right. I don't believe someone
even after a year, she doesn't believe someone is who they are.
It's true. It's true though. It's true though. I mean, we're just finding out about a lot of these celebrities, and we've known them for, well, we've heard of them for how many years? People lie. So, with that saying, I guess I'm hearing the music. Is that our halftime or is that our close time? Miss Giselle. I said it. I'm gonna check in with my producer, see what's going on, because I hear the bobbing music. I don't know if that's halftime or end time. What we doing? A great show, great show. All right. So then we're gonna keep it short tonight. What is it? Hold on. Oh, end time. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you so much for joining us tonight for a wonderful and exciting show of From Her Point of View talk show with my lovely co-host, Giselle, and our lovely celebrity guest tonight, Michelle. These two ladies, you both are, first of all, Giselle, you're awesome. Michelle, you were awesome tonight. You gave us some really great answers. And I love how deep we all got, ladies. I love that shit. I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
I enjoyed the conversation as well.
Definitely.
Yes. Well, we hope to hear more from you. Michelle, why don't you let everybody once again know where they can find you on social media platforms, and if they want to purchase any artwork from you, how they can get in touch with you.
They could just find me on Instagram at Michelle with 2 L's, __0228 __.
Yes. And I love your hair, by the way, Michelle.
Thank you. It's thick and long.
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And then if y'all want to come check me out on all social media platforms. Type in Lily the Goddess.
And I would love for you guys to follow me everywhere. I am a singer, songwriter, artist, and more. Follow me everywhere at Jizzy Worldwide. That's Gizzy Worldwide. And if you would love to be a guest on our show, please email us at herpointofview@aol.com.
This show is brought to you by I Said It Management, ladies and gentlemen. We hope to see you next time on our exciting show. You never know what kind of topics we're going to land on, and we don't know what kind of comments and questions you're going to have for us next time. So stay tuned.
Yay.
Cheerio, darlings.
Goodbye. Let's dance it out. Right?
We got to do our chant dance. Here we go. Come on.
Okay.
Producer, raise that volume up. Come on, everybody. Everybody in the comment section, I want to see you get down. Come on, Liz, start flopping that foot. Let's go. Michelle, you can do the Egyptian. You can do Vogue. Let's see what you do Vogue.